Hey everybody, today I've got something crazy to show you. I've never seen this before in my whole history of doing coins. It's coins graded by AACGS. My name's Christian and this is my channel Treasure Town, but I talk a lot about third-party grading on this channel. You know, some great companies, PCGS and NGC. You know, I've got the return boxes in back of me. Get those coins in. You know, there's ANACS and ICG, which are kind of considered below those top two. But then there's some things that you need to be warned about, or potentially you can do really well with. And the AACGS, I'm going to delve a little bit into what that company actually is, what it's made up of, but I just got a coin deal in, and all of these coins right here have been slabbed by this unknown, and, you know, previously to me, I never even heard of this company, but there's a lot of good lessons to learn. I'll explain exactly what these coins are, and then I think I'm actually going to submit one of these to be graded. I'm going to crack it out of the case. So anyways, let's get into the video. I'm going to go over the coins in my hand, talk about the lessons, why you should not be trusting this grading company, but the potential, if you come across some coins, for hopefully a little bit of upside. And right in front of me, we have the AACGS, American Alliance Coin Grading Service slabs, and these are some of the kind of funniest looking slabs I've ever seen. So first, let's just take a look through these coins here. This is likely just for people who are not aware. You know, it's, as I mentioned, not one of the recognized kind of official grading services, so you really need to tread carefully. I was not able to find anything really online, so I think that these certification numbers really don't mean anything, and it's quite interesting because it seems like there really have been a lot of these certified. I mean, they probably started maybe at 2,000 or something, but it seems like, you know, that one's 216,000, and then this one's 203,000, and this is 220,000. So there were likely a lot of these kind of put into the marketplace, and they're very kind of bulky. You know, normally I'll compare it to a PCGS slab here. They're much larger than a PCGS slab. And it looks like, you know, maybe somebody who is just kind of in their basement, just, you know, slabbing coins and likely trying to sell these at quite a markup. The person who I purchased these from, you know, I believe paid for them like they were kind of expensive graded coins, and this is actually a very inaccurate grading just to begin with. You know, that's not a proof 65. Something like that is probably going to come out as, you know, this one's claiming proof 68 deep cam ANACS, and that's a reliable grading company. You know, this is at least, you know, much more than a 65, that's for sure. But so there's a variety, and the other trend here is that they are very low value coins. So 1971S, silver, Eisenhower, dollar in the slab, proof 67. You know, maybe the grade on that is accurate, but there's no reason to be purchasing these coins. They must be somewhat recently active because they've got 2012 mint state 67. You know, this coin is not worth really anything more than 50 cents, maybe 75 cents. I think I'm going to definitely keep some of these just as kind of a fun, just to get the kind of crazy grading companies out there. But these grades are just really not accurate, and you don't want to purchase anything like there's a premium. You basically want to purchase these like they are raw coins. So like there is no, and maybe even worse than that, because you're going to have to crack it out. So for these, I paid just the silver value. 1968S is going to be a 40% silver coin, but they also do kind of these funny kind of taking a proof set, breaking it all down, and then assigning the same grade to each one of them. I probably, you know, maybe these are proof 67, but it's not, it doesn't make the coins worth more money to have them even be proof 67. So that's what I really don't understand. But I think that there's an interesting lesson, because these two you know, slabs look normal. And then what's different about the one on the left? I personally was drawn immediately to the fact that that one looks like it has a cameo or deep cameo, more likely deep cameo, obverse on the Kennedy half dollar. So it's a little bit kind of scratched up. There's a little, you know, you can definitely see some hits to the face of Kennedy, but I just thought that it would be kind of fun to submit this. I'm more expecting the coin to come back in a cameo, because the back doesn't really look that good. And I'm not the best at kind of conserving these, and I really have no experience with proofs. but I think that it's a good point to make that the front of the coin is going to be, pretty spectacular. Not every 1968 is going to look similar to this. As you can see, all of these other ones, there's no frost on the 1968 proofs. And it's also kind of strange how the coin's order is reversed here. There's not one standardized way that the American Alliance of Coin Grading is putting together their slabs. So anyways, my plan is probably going to lose money on it, but just for fun, to make this, have some interesting aspect, going to submit this 1968 Kennedy half dollar, crack it out of the case. And then finally here we have a 887 proof set, also graded proof 67. I think the coins are uglier than that. But there's no benefit to having these coins graded outside of the person who is slabbing them, if they are able to sell them at a markup to people who really just don't know what they're purchasing. So the moral of the story is, for those of you considering purchasing American Alliance coin grading services, pretend that the coins are raw, they're not in a holder, and pay for them accordingly. Proceed with caution. And now I'm going to take this out of the case and we'll get a look at it, once it's not wrapped up in the plastic. And, if it's a horrible coin, I won't submit it, but I'm planning on sending in a bunch of other ones soon. So I figured I might kind of include this in that group. And it was actually pretty easy to take out of the case, but that is a really sharp 1968S. I wonder if it was in better condition before it was, put into this slab and potentially had all of that kind of surface or cheek wear on it. I am not even sure if this will be a deep cameo coin, because when you look on the back of it, I'm going to be careful here, it doesn't look super cameo. So anyways, I think I'm going to view it as pretty much wasting, $20 or whatever it is to get this thing graded, but then I'm going to send it off, and we'll see like this. And here I am with the coin in front of me, and I can 1,000% confirm that this was a total waste of $20 and even a little bit embarrassing for me, because I'm going to show you the grade, and the cheek wear was a much bigger problem than I had originally anticipated. And maybe even some of these, there's a few, I think that those scratches are on the case, but maybe they're even a little bit embedded in the coin. But remember, before we reveal that this was a proof 67 grade, they didn't account for the cameo designation, but it was also 3 grades too high. So quite a bad outcome. I think that probably the no deep cam was because of the back, but even I think a lot of those hits on the cheek made this worth a lot less. Thankfully, it's still 40% silver, and I acquired the rest of this stuff at pretty cheap prices. Definitely will lose money overall, but it was a good video, and hopefully this can hammer home the point and save some of you even more than $20, because you guys hopefully will be fully avoiding the AACGS going forward. It's not accredited. It's banned on eBay. It's not a great grading service. So the coin inside, at least it was cameo. I'll put it that way. But I did enjoy making this video, a little bit of something different for you today. And I wonder who the lucky owner of this coin will be. Maybe I'll keep it just as a fun memory and lesson, or maybe it'll be going in a grab bag for a very cheap valuation. But either way, hope you have a great day, and definitely stick to PCGS and NGC and maybe ANACS. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel and connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I also have a website, treasuretownYT.com, where you should go so that you can learn more about coins as well as what's happening on the channel, and possibly find a place to sell your coins and collectibles. I also want to talk about some of my other projects like coinmeltprice.com, which shows precious metals prices as well as the melt values of coins containing those precious metals, both US and world. I also have coinsmetalscards.com, which will develop into a full marketplace as well as a news source for coins, metals, cards, as the name might suggest. And then treasuretowncoins.com, which long-term will be my coin dealing entity separate from the channel. And lastly, whatsthegrade.com, which will be a stickering service for already certified collectibles, where you can get a approval or verification of the grade on the holder. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos.